One of the greatest challenges of emerging and fast developing cities is housing deficits, especially for low-income earners thronging the city centers for greener pastures. Because of the metropolitan status, most of the available apartments are beyond the reach of the average citizens, who must look for ways to shelter themselves. Nigeria's Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, being one of the cities faced with this challenge, has seen many residents take dreadful measures, such as living in uncompleted buildings that dot the length and breadth of the city center, despite the dreadful living conditions. Trust TV's Aisha Salihu went around the city of Abuja to speak with some residents living in these buildings and now reports.
The nation's capital has for a long time been reputed for uncompleted or perhaps completed unoccupied buildings, especially within the metropolis and the suburban areas, with high proliferation of houses and estates. Despite the number of houses and estates, residents have continued to grow under the high cost of house rents by landlords, and this has forced many to take refuge in uncompleted buildings.
These families living at one of the uncompleted buildings within Abuja metropolis say they lack basic amenities, but they are, however, thankful to the owner of the building for allowing them live there.
The
reason why I'm here is because my house was demolished in Karu and I didn't have anywhere to stay. I didn't have anything to do, so I came down here and I was employed as a security man. I've been living here for 8 years.
We found ourselves in this situation after my husband and I separated. I have 2 orphans, and this kind man offered us his uncompleted building for us to stay for free. And we are really grateful to him because we have a roof over our head, and we are happy to some extent because we have food to eat and we stay here peacefully.
The quest for daily survival leaves them with no option than petty trading. They appeal to the government to look the way of people like them who are downtrodden and abandoned.
I'm pleading to government to come to the aid of those of us who are elderly and helpless.
Asking the government for much, anything they can give us is fine. We will appreciate because they are not responsible for us. If the landlord asks us to leave, we will leave and find somewhere else to stay.
The trend of living in uncompleted buildings may not be new, but it has taken a worrisome dimension lately as many of the residents have been moving from one uncompleted space to the other to access shelter as the Federal Capital Territory continues to record high influx of people seeking better living conditions. Aisha Salihu, Trust TV News, Abuja.